Good evening, Clark. Welcome to the tasting bothy. How are you, mate? On this
Oh.
fine Hogmanay evening.
I'm doing fine. How's yourself?
Smashing, mate.
Right.
Smashing really, really well.
That's brilliant.
Good that you can join us tonight live on the tasting bothy. I've got a good couple of drams for us to try, and we're going to do a review of 2024.
Brilliant. Looking forward to
And
it.
you couldn't be with me tonight. It'd have been good if you'd been with us tonight. Have a wee drams.
I know that. What a difference that would have made, eh? In fact, hold on just a second.
There we are.
There we are.
Aye, very good. Aye, very good.
Right, we'll take this one off. Aye.
Well, hey, now does that know that's just makes the night
Makes it nice.
for the two years to be in the tasting bothy together,
That
pal.
was brilliant, isn't it?
So what's that you've got with you?
Oh well, here's,
I'll show everybody on screen what it is,
here's a story, eh?
and Clark will tell me the story. Right, Clark, tell us the story.
Right, this obviously was brought out by Glenmorangie for the Millennium.
Right, so it's a Glenmorangie Millennium Malt.
So 25 years ago, this was brought out, and I think I'm right in saying they brought it out at the end of 1999,
Right,
in order so that you could drink that at the Millennium.
at the Millennium, right? Okay.
They've tried to be clever,
It's
obviously.
going to be a very good job, Clark, because there's still got some left
Well,
after 25 years.
That's the thing. It's 25. I've had that bottle for 25 years, and there's still some left.
So it was 12 years in the cask,
Aye.
and it's been 25 years in the bottle.
In my cupboard.
So we're going to try that,
I'm
right?
going to try it, and there's a good chance it'll be rotten, but there's a chance it might be all right.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That'll be super. We've also got Gordy's Dram C for us. We'll have a wee go at that tonight. But first, we're going to start off, Clarky. You got your wee book with you,
I have.
and do you know have you written this down? Have you got them in any particular order?
Aye.
You have.
Right,
Excellent.
I'll put the top on that because that doesn't need to breathe anymore.
Right, you can shove that wee drawer shut there below you, because I was in there getting a glass suit and stuff. So
Right, oh, it's not in my book. It is in my book, but it's no. I'll put it on my phone.
right, okay. So we're going to do a quick review, folks, and then we'll do this wee drama. Letting our drams breathe for a minute. I've got a wee beer here. You got a beer with you, Clark? Did you get a beer?
I've got a beer, aye.
Oh.
Right.
My wife looking after you too well.
Oh, okay, it's brilliant, isn't it? She's been looking after me really well tonight. You should have tried to stay. You can't try to steak pie because I've eaten it all. But it was good.
Very good. Very good. So,
Right.
have you put them in a particular order, or have you just written them down?
Right. What I've done is I've taken all the ones in the high 90s.
Well, I've done the same. I've had anything that was 94 and above.
Right. Well, I've gone 93 and above.
Right, okay,
Right.
that's fine.
So,
So let's take the 93 out.
right. We'll take the 93s out. We'll just go 94.
94. So that will take you. How many did you have?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 7 of them here.
You had 7, right?
If we go
Okay.
down to 94,
And I've got 6.
we go down to 94. There's 3 94s. That's fine.
That's fine, because I've got 2 94s.
That's
I've
fine.
got 3 94s actually, and 3 97s.
Oh, right. With 3 94s, a 95 and a 96.
Right, that's fine. Okay.
All right.
And out of that, hopefully, one of them will be our top dram, and we'll both be on the same page when we get to it.
You never know.
Right, let's have a go at
You
it.
never
So,
know.
I'm going to start with my first 94
Right.
that I've got. And it was the Ben Romach 15-year-old, 43% ABV. Just, I thought it was a lovely dram, Clark. Ben Romach's one of my favourite. As you know, it's my favourite distillery.
I do know that.
And I gave it a 94.
Right. Well, I'm so disappointed that it's not in my 94s.
Well, that's fine. That's easy enough done. That means that there's no concise bit there that goes with that. So
That's not a dog.
we don't need to worry about it. Right, good in.
Right. So that's not. We're not singing the same hymn sheet.
We're not singing on the same hymn sheet with
No,
that,
that
Ian,
one
so
anyway,
that,
right.
so we can let that one pass.
Right. What else have you got in the 94?
And the 94, I had the Royal Brackla 15-year-old. It was the 52.4%. I gave that a 94.
No, that's the 14-year-old Royal Brackla.
No, the 15-year-old.
15-year-old Royal Brackla.
Yeah.
No, it's not there.
It's not on your list. Okay, we'll have a look at your list in a
Sorry
second.
about that.
So the next one was a Bunnahabhain cask strength 12-year-old at 60.1%. I gave that a 94 and all. You're not very good at this, Clark.
No,
We didn't like the same drums, did
we should have actually looked over this before we came on.
No, we're fine. That's not on your list.
We've done awfully well here.
So that's all my 94s.
Right, what's
So
your-
what's
my
your
94s?
95s, your 94s and
My
95s?
94s were a Glen Elgin 15
Yes, I've given that a higher score, right?
Yes.
That's okay.
and the Glenlivet 16.
The Glenlivet 16 just slipped out of the reckoning for me. I gave that a 93.
Mhm.
So it was just out the reckoning. But
Mhm.
that Glenlivet 16
It was a broad drum.
it was a beautiful drum.
And the Glen
The Glengeary.
Geary, that's
The
it.
Glengeary, that was
Geary
just a couple
20.
of weeks back.
Aye, that was a cracker. I gave that a 94 as well.
A 94 as well. And I gave it a 93. So
Right.
we're there or thereabout.
Well,
There.
thereabout.
Right.
We're not far away.
So these are our 94s.
Right.
You've got a 95, you said.
I scored a 95 for Glen Elgin Reform Jazz.
Yes. Now, I gave that a 97.
Yep.
So that's a 95 and a 97. That could be up there in the top three then.
It
for
could
us.
be, it could
Right.
be.
So what was your other ones then?
A 96.
Mm-hmm.
Right, this is my top score for the 96 was the Royal Brackler 14 year.
Right, and I gave that Royal Brackler 14 a 97.
There you go.
We also did a Royal Brackler 15, but I gave that a 94.
Mhm.
So Royal Brackler 97, and you gave it
A 96.
a 96.
Yep.
So that one's again, there's parity in there with
Yep.
these two. So
Yep.
let me get my wee pen here just so I make sure I've got all the wee things in it. We'll just tick these two off. These two, so that's a Royal Brackler 15.
Mhm.
Or the 14, did you say?
It's a 14.
The 14 and the Glen Elgin 15.
Aye, it was the Reform Jazz. Aye.
Yep, that's that one, right? So what's your next one? Is that your highest?
These were my two highest. My two highest is Royal Brackler and the Glen Elgin. I would say though, of the next three, right, which I gave 94, but I was having a look at them earlier on and try to remember. And I think for my third one, I would say would be the Glen Elgin 15,
Right, yes.
which I thought was a cracking.
Was that the 57.58 AVB?
Well, it could be. I need to look at my book.
Right,
You could
because
be right.
I'm up there as well. I've got the Glen Elgin at a 97, so the 15 class strength. It was lovely.
Yeah.
And my other 97 went to the Glengoyne Teapot Dram.
I don't know why I've not got that written here. That must have been down maybe about 92 or something.
That was the night though, Clark, if you remember rightly, we did the Royal Brackler. We did that Royal Brackler 15 on the same night as we did the Teapot Dram, and what we kind of spoiled ourselves that night
I think we did.
because we had two belters of
We
drams,
did, aye.
and
Uh-huh.
it meant that one got a high score and the other one didn't.
Aye.
I scored the Teapot in the 97,
Mhm.
but my Royal Brackler gave a 94,
Mhm. Mhm.
and you might have probably gave the Teapot a 93 or something like that, 92.
Maybe another way around or something like that.
Aye.
Yeah.
So that leaves us with two drams. The Glen Elgin 15 and the Royal Brackler. Now, do you want to try them again and decide? That bottle down there, the one in the middle,
That one.
aye, that's a Royal Brackler 14. So we've got a Royal Brackler 14.
Right.
And if you give me that bottle there, the Freeform Jazz, that one is the Glen Elgin 15.
This is a great game. This. I
So
love
we've
this
got the
game.
Glen Elgin 15 and we've got the Royal Brackler. If you want to give us a couple of glasses over, we'll no go daft, we'll no go filling huge trams out of these. We'll get a bit in here so we can get a wee nosy. Right, just put it in there.
No, really, what I should say.
Please. So we'll do a wee tasting of these two.
I tell you, you've got a lot of glasses. You've just got a glass for every ball.
Well, you never know when you might need you, particularly when you work in the office. So this is a Royal Brackler, right? And if you give me these other two glasses, and we'll nose them side by side. We'll nose them side by side. There you go. Then I get them mixed up now. So we can nose these two side by side. So in this one, we've got a Glen Elgin. And on the other one, we've got a Royal Brackley.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a bit. Should have sniffed that one quite so hard.
They're both cash strength, right? One of them is the Royal Brackley is a 55.2, and the Glenelgin is 57.5. On the nose, they're very, very similar.
The Brackley to me is just a bit better.
Better
just
on
a,
the nose,
just
aye.
a wee bit better on the nose. It's a bit warmer. It's
It
got,
is,
it's got
yes.
a nice,
I'll give you that.
rich, fruity.
Right,
I like that.
on the palate.
That's
Let's
good.
find what they're like on the palate. Did you go with the Glenelgin first?
This is going out.
Alright, okay, I better go than that.
Take the other one. Just to confuse things.
That's nice of a bit of heat in that. That is really spicy.
That's a broad jam. It is. Aye. That's a
Right, so shall we have a wee?
Oh boy. Oh,
You want to hold your glass up? Which one do you think was the
that's-
best?
oh, the Brackley.
The Royal Brackley.
Oh,
So,
that's a broad jam.
what a great way to, great way to finish 2024 with two belters of Drams. But the winner is the Spirit of Alba.
Yep.
Royal Brackley,
Yep.
14-year-old
Yep.
at 55.2 ABV.
Superb.
So well done to you guys up at Royal Brackley. We'll look forward to hopefully finding a bottle somewhere to replace this one, because we've finished it because I've been sharing it with that many people because I had enjoyed it. It was a personal favourite of mine. It was very much one or the other, Glenelgin or the Royal Brackley for me. Obviously, it's been the same for my good friend here. So that's where we are with it. So Slange, we'll get these ones necked. Oh, that's a belter.
That's the ale gets lovely as well. Absolutely lovely.
Well, so our runner-up is a Glenelgin, 15-year-old at 57.5 ABV. It was known as Freeform Jazz, if you were going to get it, from the Scottish Malt Whisky Society, but it is a 15-year-old Glenelgin, and it's a belter.
Absolute cracker.
And a belter. So I'm going to cleanse my palate with that wee bit of beer that we've got.
Oh, what a great idea.
And then we're going to go on to
We're going to put the cat
our review. We're going to put the cat amongst the pigeons.
pigeons with this 25-year-old.
Two more glasses here.
Thank goodness for that.
Let's move them up the road. Stick them up here on the window ledge.
Now here's the moment of truth.
So this is a Glenmorangie. I didn't go full in the. You're not emptying the bottle. You didn't need to empty the bottle.
It don't take much time to the
No,
bottle.
no, I know, but that would have been two huge glasses to kick off.
You're saying it like it's a bad thing.
Well, I'm no. It's only 9:30, and I've got to see midnight.
Suppose we're all back. I suppose we're all
And at
back.
the rate we're going, we're not going to see 10 o'clock. Never mind midnight.
You want to write this in your book?
I'm going to.
Pardon me.
Oh, I'm going to.
Just got a bit of smell.
Let me get my book. I put my glasses back on because I can't see anything without them.
Oh, there's a pen there. You got a pen as well? Oh, yeah, well,
Yeah,
yes,
there's
that's
plenty of pens. Plenty of pens as well.
That's nice.
Thing there, yeah. So, Glenmorangie. The Glengarry I gave a 92 clap, just as I just passed it. So this is the Glenmorangie.
It's 12 years
So
old.
12-year-old, and it's 40%.
40%.
40%.
What does it say about it? Crystal casks. Yeah, Just his first film.
First
so,
full cast.
so it'll be
Just be oak cast. It doesn't
Yeah.
tell you if it's bourbon or whatever else it's in. That's fine. Okay. So let's give you nosy this is a typical Glenmorangie.
okay. Well, it'll probably just be an ordinary 12-year-old.
It's a wee bit citrusy, Claire, because a wee bit citrus on the nose. It's very, very light. It's very light. But again, if it's been in a bottle that's been open for 25 years,
It could be
you
a
know,
bit.
it's probably
It could be a bit light.
it's lost a lot of what it might have had when we first tasted it. So let's have a wee taste of this, Claire.
Still pleasant, huh?
Do you remember what it was like when you opened it 25 years ago?
I've not got that good a memory.
To be honest with you, it's very light, very smooth. That in fact, it doesn't even taste like there's any whiskey in it.
There's no much taste to that at all.
No.
No.
So I don't know if that's just because
it's so old.
Aye.
It might be. So if there's a debate about does your whiskey stay good in the bottle, well, it stays drinkable, but
it seems to have lost all.
I think it probably has.
Seems to have. It's like somebody's watered it down for just a wee bit too much, and it's taking everything out of it. There's no kick or anything. Although having said that, we've just had two drams that were quite spicy.
We have.
That were very,
Very
sweet.
strong.
They were, so
Mhm.
that in itself will have had a bit of an effect on it.
It's very citrusy yet. A lot of citrus in that. Bit sweet. But that's about the only thing I'm getting is a lot of citrus notes. It's like a
There's a wee bit of
grapefruity kind of.
and there's a wee bit vanilla just at the back end of it on the finish. There's very little on the palate at all when you take it. On the nose, I'm getting that citrusy nose.
Right, so
That's a Highland malt, and this it's very much got a nosy along. It's got very much a space. It's very much of a. It's got that wee bit of kind of linseed oily finish.
it's a pity we don't have a new bottle of 12-year-old just to compare it with. That would have been an interesting. Right, we'll not drink that. We'll save that and we'll taste it.
We'll come back to that. I'll come back to that later. We'll come back to that.
Yeah, so there's no much point spend a lot of time on that because. Right, so there's.
You want to score it? I'm not writing anything down on this, Clark, because I don't think there's anything I can put it for the nose because it's very light. I might put light and citrus. That's what I'm going to add. So let's add that. Palate, I didn't get very much. Finish, it was a wee bit vanilla.
Yeah, there is. And a bit of citrus, that's about it. Yeah. Well, it was an interesting wee experiment.
Yes.
So my recommendations is: did you keep your bottle of whiskey unopened or opened for 25 years? Drink it.
Aye, I would completely agree. I'd have to agree with that. That's
and the only reason I've kept it is because it said Millennium Malt on it. And every time I looked at it, I thought, oh, no, I'll put that there. I'll have the different one,
But the thing is, at least you've got that sitting there. It's a lovely bottle, by the way. It's a nice bottle. It's a nice bottle.
It's a nice bottle.
It's a nice bottle. I'd keep the bottle at the end of it.
Just keep the bottle as well.
Robbie Williams to sign it for me.
Aye, very good. Right now.
Oh, Gordon's Dram.
Gordon's Dram. This is what we've been waiting for.
Dram C.
Dram C.
Dram C. We haven't a clue what it is.
No.
And we're here to give it a go. What we can probably tell you folks is that Gordon gives us these drams to try. They tend to be from the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. We've had a few that have not been, but I'm presuming again this is another Scotch Malt Whisky Society whisky, and we'll see how we go. So we'll get a wee nose in it, Clark. Let's. Pear drops.
Yeah.
It's
kind of honey-ish, a wee bit
Uh-huh.
meaty, a wee bit meaty.
the more and more I nose it, Clark, the more I'm finding the nose hair's burning in my nose bit. It's
It's a cast strength one, isn't it?
it is definitely cast strength again. So,
Oof.
but that hint of pears is lovely. I love that peariness there.
Yeah, it's nice, aye. Aye.
It's really fresh. Then you get to pick up that kind of hint of like green grass and a wee bit of tropical fruits that sit behind that, maybe apricots and peaches or something. Plums.
Oh, yes.
Oh, plums. Aye, that's what it is. It's plums.
Very good. Very good,
It's
aye.
plums.
Oh, very good, aye.
And then you've got that vanilla custardy bit that comes at the back of that. Oh, I like that. That's nice.
It's nice, aye.
That's nice.
That's body.
Aye, I'm gonna score my nose in that. Let's come back to that.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
So,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
We've been here before though, but we've had stuff that have had a really good nose. It's actually quite complex, to be honest. There's quite a lot going on in this. I think the more you nose it, the more that you, like I said, that pears and the plums actually come through.
Mm-hmm.
Then you were getting a wee bit of that green apple
Yeah.
that sits in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite sweet. So I'm going to suggest that this is, just by the nose of it, that I'm in a bourbon cask again, first full bourbon cask again, right?
Aye. There's nothing to make you think it's been in a sherry cask.
No. And I'm getting the impression again we're back in Speyside again.
Aye, I would agree with that.
Aye.
Aye.
Right. Let's have a wee drink of this.
Right, come on then.
Slange.
Cheers. That's nice.
Ooh.
That's nice. Toffee.
Aye.
Toffee.
But it really begins. It starts slowly, but it then gets quite. So there's no burn here,
That's right.
but it starts quite slowly in the
Yes,
mouth. But
yes.
then there's an intensity begins to build.
Yes.
This is one of these ones where I think if you hold it in your mouth for maybe about 10 or 15 seconds, you're really going to get that explosion of flavour that's in there.
I'll let you know.
I'm getting that. I'm still getting that pear drops. It's quite intense, that pear drops, and even in my mouth this time.
Put a wee bit of spice on the finish. You left with
Yeah,
a lot of heat.
it's like a lot of gingery chili and this that's in there. This is again
Definitely.
cast strength, obviously.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mhm.
Palate's quite subtle
Mhm.
compared to the nose. I think the nose has got
Well, I would say so.
a lot more.
It's got a lot of nose and a lot of finish. I wouldn't
Mhm.
say it's a great deal of palate. Not a great deal on the tongue.
Actually, I'm maybe a wee bit disappointed with the finish, Clark.
I'm more disappointed with the palate than the finish. I think the finish, to my mind, the finish is better than the palate. A lot of heat on the finish. It's nice. It's nice.
This isn't his best one he's given us.
It's not.
No,
No.
we've had a lot of other ones
We
that
have had.
he's given us,
Yes.
and we've enjoyed them all. And this is enjoyable as the rest of them.
This is a good dram.
But we've had better ones for you, so give us some really brilliant dry. And maybe that's just how it's been, you know, that the whole thing is we've had such some fantastic drams that we've had.
I think the bar is.
This is set the bar very high, particularly on some of those. I mean that the one we had the other week, what was that Dram? Glenburgie or something. Was it Glenburgie or something?
Glenburgie was great.
The Glengeary was lovely. Gave us a Glen Keith, that was amazing.
Well, that was one of mine, wasn't it? The Glen.
Oh, was it? So what was the other one?
The Glen Grant the other week there was fabulous as well.
Oh, aye, yes.
Absolutely fabulous.
And he gave us a Glen Allachie as well. Was that you gave me the Glen Allachie?
No.
He gave us a Glen Allachie. That was the Oloroso cask with PX. Pedro Jimenez and Oloroso cask finish. So we've had some fantastic drams. So if we're comparing and contrasting this with what he's given us previously, this is a great dram, but it's not quite the same as what we've had before. So love the nose, full of pears, plums. I get plums in there on that nose. Okay, right. Fieriness in your beak when you sniff that too quickly, it just goes. Sets fire. You need somebody to come and pick your nose hairs out.
It's gone. It's an 80s.
They're gone.
It's a nice dram.
It's lovely.
I'm wondering what it is because it's a raw dram.
Yeah. Right, okay. Are you going to score it first before I tell you? Now, my score for your Glenmorangie was a 70.
Probably fair. I've only scored it as aye, so it's. That's a fair score.
I think
It's not any better than that.
No, I think a 70 is. I'd have been being harsh on it if I'd scored it in the 60s because I didn't think. I bet you when that dram, when you opened that 25 years ago,
it
would have been a good bit for it sitting in a bottle for 25 years.
25 years in a row.
Very drinkable tonight.
It's fine, aye.
But nothing extraordinary.
No, they'd definitely lost something. Aye, definitely lost something.
Aye, but we're looking at it, it's lost about, 90% of the bottle.
95% of the bottle, aye. And it's not to do with angels, I can assure you. Right, we'll score this one now.
And by the way, we're not taking all these empty glasses down the stairs when we take the empty glasses down. The girls are going to go, the Earth's name of you's been drinking up the stairs there. As we take half a dozen. I know, we'll get these finished and we'll.
Burns has said they'll be sitting downstairs stoking their wrath.
We got a Tamashanta for the
stoking their wrath to keep it warm. That's what they'll be doing now.
So while you're doing that, I will get Gordon's envelope. We'll open it. I might need to get my phone out, Clark, in a minute to find out where we're getting it.
It seems a bit harsh, actually. Maybe I've been harsh with this. I think I've maybe been a bit harsh, actually.
Right, so what are we giving it?
That's harsh, isn't it?
I've only given it a 79.
Oh my goodness, I'm not harsh, I'm generous.
No, you've been very generous, Clark.
Yeah, I've given an 83, so that's almost an 8.5 out of 10.
Aye, and I've given it almost an 80, 79. So almost an 80. So I can go with that. 80s were no far away.
It's an 8 out of 10, isn't it? What is that?
La Belle Époque. Right.
Right, okay.
So it is 6. Where's 6? 6. You're going to think I'm really sad, but I think that's Glendevon. When you do things and you go through, because I'm a member of the Malt Whisky Society, there's a few drams I've had. I've got a funny feeling that's what that might be.
54.6. Let's see how old it is.
50.
That's a 59.
So number 6. Last time I looked at that was number 72. So number 6. Enter. It is. So Glendevon.
We haven't done you.
It's a space.
I've done
It's a space. I've had this, but I've had other number 6s before. I've not had this one. So the tasting notes, as it says here, are aromas on the neat nose. What's the neat nose?
I don't know. I've not got one of them.
I've not got a neat
I've
nose.
not got one of them.
Aromas on the neat nose remind us of key lime pie. I didn't really get that. Mascarpone cream, lemon shortbread, and honey and nut granola.
I said honey. Yeah.
You did.
So 1 out of 6 is no bad.
But also tart green apples
Oh, you said apples. That's right. Aye.
and sour gooseberries.
Aye. Right.
We found loads of sweetness on the palate with ice and sugar, gomey syrup, and vanilla cupcakes. I didn't get any of that. It's chocolate caramel wafers and tea cakes.
Tea cakes.
They obviously had a lot of this to drink before they actually wrote the notes
I
up.
don't think so.
Right. After reduction, we imagine standing next to a Van Gogh in the countryside
Indeed.
as he painted the sunflowers.
Indeed.
He had drunk a lot of it by this time. In a typical naive style, using thick paint and bright colours. We drank a French 75 cocktail consisting of gin, fresh lemon juice, sugar and champagne, evoking Belle Epoque, a time of jouvrerie, which is the joy of life. So anyway, you'd obviously drunk an awful lot of this stuff.
I think so.
So the cask type Clark is it's a second full ex-bourbon cask. We knew it was a bourbon barrel. It's a Highland region on this, but that was not a bad dram. That was good for us. So what we should do, Clark, if you want to finish that,
You're just going to finish off that millennium.
we'll finish the millennium if that's okay with you. If you didn't want to, that's fine. There's loads of other stuff that's there we can.
Well,
get
the only thing is, I'm not had it long.
I've only just opened it.
I've only just opened
It's
it.
been
Man.
25 years in the making that. Right, oh, that's enough for me, right? Because all we're going to do now, folks, is before we get to the bells, I know it's coming up for 10
Yeah, we're
o'clock.
just going to.
You may as well.
Just
May as well get hung in the sheep as the lamb, as I say.
It doesn't matter. We're going to get hung anyway.
Aye.
There we are.
And what makes it worse is we've videoed it.
So we have.
So we can't really hide
It's kind of difficult that one.
how much we've misbehaved. Let's just hope our wives didn't watch the videos.
Let's hope so.
Anyway, folks, it's been a fantastic year. We've had a great few drams with you.
Brilliant drams.
It's been brilliant.
Drams. We're doing.
We just thank you for all the time that you've given us on Instagram, on our YouTube channel, all that kind of stuff. You know, for Clark and I, here's Tears was like us, Guy Few and the Rodid. Anyway, Happy New Year to you all, and we will see you all on the other side in 2025, where we'll do it all again with some brand new drams and see what we can find out as to being what they are. And well done, Royal Brackler, on winning our Dram of the Year.
Absolutely.
Slange.
Superb. Cheers.
Actually, it's better second time.
It was it.